change the name to Midnight Gnocchi.
A little beer in the gnocchi, a little this, a little that. Okay, this could all be my bloopers at the end, behind the scenes.
Oh no.
Alright, take 14. Hi guys, Michelle here with the Traveling Epicurean. I'm here with my good friend Louie. And many of you know that I love a cook who's passionate about a family recipe. And Louie's going to share with us a family recipe that's been a tradition for years, homemade gnocchis, right?
That's right.
So how many years have you been making these gnocchis,
Oh,
Louie?
I don't know. It's been probably 20 years or
20
more.
years.
Probably more than that.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
I can't wait to eat these, and you made some wonderful sauce and meatballs too.
Sauce is ready for this, so we're going to be having red sauce with this.
Ooh, and now are we calling it gravy or sauce?
Gravy, if you live around these parts and
Yeah.
in Massachusetts, probably would have called it sauce.
Sauce,
Yeah.
okay. Either or, it's going to be fantastic. Why don't we show everybody what we're going to need to get these gnocchis going?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we have the rice potato that has been cooling on this cutting board. I have some ricotta cheese, which I will not use all of it.
Okay.
I'm going to mix maybe half of it.
Okay.
We have an egg, one egg, some Parmesan cheese.
Okay, that looks about maybe a third of a cup.
Yep.
Okay.
About a cup and a half of just regular flour.
Okay.
And then I have, we're going to put some pepper in here and some salt.
Okay, wonderful. And now you rice these potatoes when they're hot. That was important, you
Yes,
said,
that's
right?
very important because that makes the gnocchi lighter.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise it becomes much more heavier.
All right, very good. Well, why don't we take a peek at how you boil those potatoes? So you got the water boiling. Did you salt the water?
I'm about to salt the water. I've got two whole, these are russet potatoes.
Yeah.
Two whole
Russets
potatoes.
make the best gnocchis, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't peel them.
Okay.
I leave them whole.
Okay.
So that they don't get, the potato itself doesn't get all soaked up with water and it becomes really starchy.
Okay.
So we're gonna peel them later, and I'm gonna just drop them in the boiling water and let them boil whole.
So Louie, what do you have in this incredible sauce here?
Some meatballs,
Yeah.
hot sausage, and San Marzano tomatoes.
Oh, yummy.
A little red wine,
garlic.
pepper, basil, oregano, and some salt, little red hot pepper flakes, and some red wine in there too.
Yeah.
It's been cooking for about, right now, it's been cooking for about, what, two and a half hours.
Okay. So that's the sauce, the
Yeah.
gravy we're going to have with the gnocchis, right?
Yep.
Yummy. Can't
Yes.
wait.
It's been 40 minutes. They're ready to take out. I put a fork in them just to see that it was soft
Sure.
and pushed in easily. I'm going to pull these out. And I got tongs out because I need to take all the skin off of them while they're hot. It's soft, so it comes off. The skin comes off pretty easily. If I lose a little potato, I don't care. There's plenty of potato here. Well, altogether, it's I think altogether it's like a pound and a half of potato.
Okay.
So we'll get all that off, and then we're going to take them while they're hot and rice them. And it's because I don't want to, if you let them get cold and rice them,
Yeah.
the gnocchi is not going to be as light afterwards.
Oh, look how pretty that is when it comes out. Do you like that ricer?
I do. I have one at home. I love using that thing.
I know.
The best, makes the greatest potatoes.
So I'll just spread it out on the table, on here a little bit, just to give it some, cool off a little bit. A lot of people like to do the volcano of flour and potato and mix it all together.
Yeah.
I used to do that. I think it's kind of messy, so I just do a mixing bowl.
Okay, you're rolling, Louie.
All right, I'm going to throw the egg in there
Okay.
and just beat it up a little bit. I'm going to throw all the potato in there. So I'm just going to mix the potato in with the egg a little bit. And I'm going to also add in some ricotta cheese.
So we add about half of that?
About half of that, so it's about 8 ounces. So I'm also going to add in the Parmesan cheese. And I want to put some salt in there. And I'm going to grate as much pepper as you feel you like. I like a lot of pepper and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm going to mix all that up. Before I introduce the flour, I'm going to mix all this stuff together.
Okay. Is that because you don't want to develop the glutens in the flour, so you're going to get everything mixed beforehand?
You know, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that.
You don't know the science behind it.
I don't know the science. I'm not a scientist! I gotta start adding in some flour.
And I like how you're doing this by hand. You're not even, you don't need a mixer. Just...
Well, I don't have a mixer, so it would be
there
nice.
You go.
So I'm gonna add in close to a cup and a half. I gotta start using my hands so I can feel what's going on.
Okay, that's important with the gnocchis, I find. That
Yeah,
you gotta
know if it's wet or you gotta feel that before I start just throwing in all the flour. It's starting to feel good. So I don't want to. This is feeling pliable. I want it to be like this. You don't want to sit here and knead it forever.
Okay.
It's all mixed now.
That looks beautiful.
And
nice and smooth.
it's a little sticky. So that's gonna be good right there.
That's really good. It's got nice meaty flavor.
It's my grandmother's recipe that was given to my mother, and then I've
nice-
a little modified it a little bit, but
you
it's
put the
based
meatball-
on that.
You put the meatballs and the sausage in raw,
Yeah.
which gives it that nice meaty flavor.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's good. It's depth. It's
Yeah.
got good depth.
Where's my spoonful?
Right here.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
It's hot.
Wow. That's absolutely
Ooh,
delicious.
that is good.
Really good.
Not good.
Awesome.
We'll be back.
Okay, Louie, we are ready for
All
your
right.
instructions.
All right. I'm happy I have this nice apron that Michelle got for me, personalized,
Yes, you like
because
that,
the flour part gets you a little messy.
Yes, we're going to be covered in it.
So I'm gonna cut off a little chunk of this,
Okay.
and we're gonna roll it out. We're gonna try to make a long. They'll break them apart. I want to roll this out and make a nice long rope out of it. Now I'm going to go down the line and cut these.
And what do you think you're cutting them at? Like a ½ inch?
Yeah, I'd say a ½ inch.
Okay.
That's me. You can make it any size you want.
Oh, look how pretty those are.
It's the beauty of homemade stuff. It's not all uniform out of some
Yeah.
machine somewhere.
Absolutely.
I want to roll them out. I'm going to take a fork.
Okay.
I'm going to take my thumb and just kind of roll it across like that. And it puts these nice little grooves in it.
So,
Just a light touch. Roll it across with my thumb. And that's it. They don't always behave.
yeah, they don't. But you kind of get into a system, I find, when I make gnocchis, right?
Like that one was weird, But I'm not going to worry about it because it's
Yeah.
all going to taste good when
It's
it's
still
done.
going to taste the same.
This is for the holding the gravy. The lines to me are just the gravy carrier.
Yeah. Well, I hold my fork this way,
Yeah.
right?
I can see doing
and I
that.
roll them off that way. Not that it really matters.
I don't think it matters.
Does it really matter?
Is that how your dad taught you?
I don't remember. He didn't ever roll off the fork. He used to just put his thumb across them. So they were all like, just had that depression on them. When we have ham and gnocchi.
See, I'm trying to get the in on when we should show up at the front door. Right?
So
We're here. It's Easter.
Christmas-
What we need is to be on the text list.
Christmas
Texas. Okay,
Christmas
that's
is all
good.
seafood.
Big seafood.
Thanksgiving is ravioli, spaghetti, and then maybe some
maybe a
some
turkey.
turkey at the end.
So you guys do the 7 fish at the Christmas?
We don't ever quite make it to 7, but we have a
try.
bunch of them going.
How am I doing here, Louie?
Looking good. Those look beautiful.
Yeah, she does a good job. Mine are.
This is nice.
Mine look like a kindergarten.
Looks like you.
I rolled many in a gnocchi.
I could tell. You could have done the video.
She has.
I have, but it's nice to do a different recipe. That's what
I'm not pushing her.
a passionate
That's my
cook is
problem.
all about, is following your own recipe from your own family, right? Because everybody does everything differently, and that's what makes the recipe
And I think
special.
Family recipes, I think, like even the sauce that I made, it evolves. Like it's definitely,
I'm not pushing her.
it's based on my mother's, which is based on my grandmother's, but
Sure.
I've
But then you
modified
put your
it.
2 cents into
I've
it,
got
right?
my own thing going on with it. Rachel's
Sure.
come along and added some stuff to it. And
All right, Rach. These gnocchis came out so beautiful. Look at all our hard work.
They look beautiful.
They look really pretty.
Like
Okay,
those a lot.
get away from this plate of meatballs.
Put the little meatball down and back away from the
I
house.
came home and one day there's a torch in our house
That's my father.
and a thing of creme brulee with his girlfriend.
So Ed and Catherine brought it over. The two gourmets.
Oh yeah, Ed and Catherine. They have all the cooking equipment.
Yes, they certainly do.
I had this open, so I took a sip.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers!
Cheers. You gonna cheers me, Cheryl?
That's my wife.
So I'm gonna get that nice whirlpool going, and I'm gonna drop in a few at a time. Just let them kind of roll in there. I can't throw them all in at once.
Exactly.
If you throw them all in at once, you risk them all sticking together, and as they float to the top, we'll scoop them out and put them in a bowl. It only takes like 3 minutes for them to be done. So it's starting not to boil so much, and I'm gonna let these go for a bit.
Okay.
I want the water to always
come back up. Right?
Yeah, I want the temperature to come back up. I don't want the water to stop boiling.
Okay.
It's no big deal because we'll scoop them off as it's done. No need to freak out about it.
Yeah. So those are
I had a
floating,
Canada love, but
Louie.
So they're floating. I'm gonna pull them out and make sure I don't take a lot of water with them.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna put them in a separate bowl and add a little sauce. Oh, they're gonna be good.
You're looking
This is
great.
gonna be good. We're gonna be psyched.
Yeah.
Having
Nice
three
having
of
a
us
couple of
there?
people help you roll them out. They're really not that hard.
The other
It's one of my favorites. I mean, I love gnocchi. We get some extra boats here for just plain old sauce.
We'll do that.
Okay, sounds good to me. I
The
love
meat in
that.
one bowl and the sauce in
Get some
another.
sauce in those.
Perfect. How are you guys doing? Are you excited that dinner's almost being served? Bella, wait till you try these meatballs too. Really, really good. Owen, how do you feel about these gnocchis? Are these one of your favorites? You look at that smile. He's like, absolutely. Louie did a fine
Thank you.
job
Louie,
here.
awesome job.
Thank you.
Wow, look at this pretty table. Oh my goodness. Manja, manja. Amazing. Very excited. You guys look very excited as well.
I'm about to lose it.
Soccer?
Soccer, yeah.
Yeah.
I see from your mom that you guys are doing well in tennis.
Well, so this is really exciting. Thank you for having us all over
Thanks
there.
for coming and
This
working
is
so hard.
amazing. Gorgeous. So amazing. Louie, thank you for doing all this work.
You're welcome.
Ciao!
Ciao!
You can find the recipe for these wonderful gnocchis at thetravelingepicurean.com. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Ciao! The end. Time to eat.
All right.
Woohoo!
Why don't you start?
This episode of The Traveling Epicurean is made possible by these sponsors.
Hi guys, Michelle here with the Traveling Epicurean. I got a great dip for you today. It's a buffalo chicken dip. It's layered. We bake it in the oven till it's bubbly, and then we eat it with tortilla chips or carrots or celery. Unbelievable. You're gonna love this, and it's so simple to make. And yes, I am getting into the football spirit. Everyone's pretty excited. I have my eye black and my Patriots colors for my dad, and now I have this amazing dip. I can't wait to show you how to make. So let's get in that kitchen, and I'm gonna grab those ingredients. So these are the ingredients for the buffalo chicken dip. We have chicken tenderloins. We have some sliced carrots and celery, room temperature Philadelphia cream cheese, some homemade buffalo sauce made with the Red Hots, and a half a stick of melted butter. You just whisk it. It blends really nicely. A third of a cup of crumbled blue, a third of a cup of shredded cheddar, and a third of a cup of mozzarella, some tortilla chips, and Frank's Red Hot sauce. And we're gonna get the chicken on the stove and just start to simmer that with some Frank's Red Hot sauce. All right, so what this buffalo chicken dip is, it's a layered dish. The first layer is cream cheese. It gets all puffy when it's heated. The next layer is chicken that we saute in Frank's Red Hot sauce. Then we drizzle our homemade buffalo sauce on top of that, and then sprinkle 3 cheeses: cheddar, mozzarella, and crumbled blue. We bake it till it's sizzling and bubbling, and then we dive in with these tortilla chips or the carrots or celery. It is to die for. You're gonna love this. Let's get over to the stove and we're gonna start making that chicken. So I just put the chicken in the pan with 1 tablespoon of olive oil, just to coat the pan. And I'm gonna let it saute for about 2-3 minutes on each side, just to get a little bit golden, just some color. And then I'm gonna flip it over and do another 2 or 3 minutes on the other side. And then we're gonna add some Frank's hot sauce to this. So here we go, it's been about 3 minutes. I'm just gonna flip it over. So simple. I love this recipe. Couldn't get any easier. I don't want to be slaving in the kitchen when I have guests over. I love this recipe. Alright, so that's going to be another 3 minutes on that side. And now I'm just going to start to sprinkle in some Frank's Red Hot sauce. You know, it's going to be about 2 tablespoons, okay? It doesn't have to be exact. It's going to be absolutely delicious. We're just going to let it simmer in that for about 2 minutes till it thickens up a little bit. And then we're going to take it off the stove and we're going to shred it up. You can shred it, you can cut it, whatever makes you happy. And then we're going to start layering our dip. And I got the oven preheating at 375 right now. Look how beautiful that looks. Oh, and it smells so good. Be careful not to smell too closely because that Frank's hot sauce will go right up your nose. All right. All right, so look how gorgeous this is. Another 2 minutes on medium-high, and that Frank's hot sauce thickened up, and I'm just gonna leave it right in the pan here. And then I'm just going to take 2 forks and just look how tender that tenderloin meat is. And we didn't cook it for very long, so it didn't get tough on us. Oh my goodness, it smells amazing. I love the smell of buffalo sauce. It just reminds me of having wings, yet this is so much easier than making chicken wings. All right, so I'm going to shred this. And then we're going to start layering all of these wonderful things. 8 minutes at the stove to saute that chicken. I got it shredded, and I actually switched bowls because that oval bowl was a little bit too big, and the layer of cream cheese would have been really thin, and that would be hard to scoop up with the tortilla chips. So this size is going to be perfect, and now I'm going to start to put down our first layer of our dip, which is this cream cheese that's room temperature. It's really important to be room temperature. It just spreads so much easier. So I'm going to spread this out. So look how nicely this just goes down. And I have my offset spatula, which is really bendy. I love this little thing. I actually have a larger one too, but I seem to always go to this one. And I'm just going to try and make a little bit even. Doesn't have to be perfect, it's all layered. What I love about cream cheese is it puffs when it's heated. So it's going to be light and creamy, not heavy at all. And then all the flavors of the buffalo sauce just make this so amazing. It will be the first dip at your party that will disappear for sure. All right, so we have our cream cheese there. Now I'm going to start to sprinkle in our chicken here, just like that. You know, I've seen a lot of crock pot buffalo chicken recipes, but they end up putting everything in the crock pot eventually after having the chicken in there for over an hour, and then they stir it all in. It ends up being this big soup I don't know, I seem to like this better, having it layered instead of soupy, and it's less messy as well, because if you spill that sauce on you, it might be difficult to get out of your clothes or out of your rug. So I find this is less messy. All right, so we got our chicken, and then I'm gonna drizzle our homemade buffalo sauce that we made. This is so easy to make. A half a stick of butter, I melted it, and then you can add anywhere from a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup. I take the middle road and I go a 1/3 of a cup, and then I whisk it, and it combines really, really easily. All right, I'm gonna start to drizzle this in there, just like this. And this also gives it a little extra flavor and juice to back up against that fluffy cream cheese. I got this recipe from a couple of friends of mine, Lisa and Vin. This came from their kitchen. This was Lisa's layered dip, and I loved it so much. I thought it would be perfect to show you for your football parties, because I know you're really gonna like this a lot. We got that all there. I'm gonna do the crumbled blue cheese next. I like to get a good blue cheese because I make an awesome homemade blue cheese dressing. And so since you only need a 1/3 of a cup of this, I use the rest of it to make that homemade dressing. So you can also do that too. All right, so we got the blue cheese there. And then we're gonna do our cheddar. This is just so delicious. And we'll do our mozzarella. I just mix it up a little bit with a fork to fluff it up. You don't have to get crazy. And I use almost all the buffalo sauce. Let's get this in the oven, and we're gonna start baking it till it's all bubbly. Oh my goodness. Look at this. It's still sizzling. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is the buffalo chicken dip. Out of this world. I cannot wait to dig that tortilla in there. Can you see it bubbling over there? It's all melted. It smells heavenly. I could smell that wonderful buffalo sauce that we made with the Frank's hot sauce and the butter. Oh my goodness, my mouth is watering. All right, I'm gonna take a couple pictures of this for our thumbnail picture on the show, and then we're gonna have a bite of this. Well, this just doesn't seem quite right that we could spend this little time and effort into making this dish, and it looks like that. It's absolutely beautiful. I don't even want to touch it, but I can't wait to dive in. These flavors are some of my favorite flavors. Oh my goodness, so delicious. The blue cheese flavors with that homemade buffalo sauce that we made, out of this world. You're gonna love this. Woo! It's a little spicy. I think I need something cold and refreshing right now. You could find this recipe, of course, on my website, thetravelingepicurean.com, or my YouTube channel. You're gonna like this one. Have a great weekend. Ciao! This party dip is so amazing. You're gonna be so happy, I think. Layer. Not, sitting in a crock pot for hours becoming this soupy, goopy mess.
This episode of The Traveling Epicurean is made possible by these sponsors.